Hello and welcome to another anime lore and theory video. I'm Shergog, your host, and today we are going to take a closer look at more powerful beings in the world of Overlord that are not from Nazarick. But before we're going to take a closer look at any of this, let me quickly thank my Patreons for supporting this channel, and say my thanks to all users of the YouTube thanks function for making one-time donations. And with that said, let's start with the topic at hand. Nazarick is filled with many enormously powerful creatures and objects, but powerful beings also exist outside the Great Tomb. After looking at some of them in the first part, the second part will continue directly with some more. And this time, we look a bit into the Baharuth Empire. The existence of Luda Paradane has shown there how one man can influence the fate of an entire nation. Don't get me wrong, the Elder Lich that Einsolgon sent to the Lizard Man, mostly thanks to its stat boost it has received from Eins, can certainly be regarded as stronger, or at the very least as similarly strong as Luda Paradane. However, it is a creature created by Eins. For the ordinary new world, that thing is an apocalypse on two bony legs. And it took a Hydra and a bunch of 3-meter-tall legendary lizard heroes to take it down with all of their strength. And Luda Paradane is just as powerful. 200 years ago, he was fascinated by magic and everything related to it when a caster came to his village and demonstrated magic to him. And ever since then, over the course of 200 years, he lived in the Empire. He single-handedly saved the realm from several catastrophes. And the Death Knight he encountered on the Cuts Plain, which he captured with the help of his students, the Fly Spell, and a lot of fireball carpet bombing, is an example of such a formidable foe. I mean, the attack on Ena Uru also had shown how many troops a Death Knight and a Death Warrior could just raise from the fallen humans. And what a formidable foe it actually is. And without Luda, such threats and others would have likely overrun the Empire over the course of its history, because in contrast to the Kingdom of Reestize, it is not shielded behind good geographic barriers and friendly neighbors. So even people who are only around level 30 or slightly above or below have an enormous impact on entire nations, simply because they are still overpowered compared to the rest of the new world. And the same also applies to the 3 Soul Eaters that were summoned in the land of the Beastmen by Surnon and killed approximately 100,000 Beastmen before meeting their own end. Next we move on to the Dragon Kingdom, which is currently being ravaged by the Beastmen. Unlike the name suggests, the inhabitants are purely human, and humans are weaker than the 5-meter-tall lion, tiger and cougar beastmen who invade their lands and hunt and feed on them. Draudilon Riculus is the great-granddaughter of Brightness Dragonlord, after whom the kingdom was named, an enormously powerful and ancient dragon, and she has the ability to theoretically wipe out entire armies of beastmen using her soul magic or wild magic. However, her dragon blood is so diluted that she would need a sacrifice of 1,000,000 souls to use this ultimate attack. But this dragon blood being diluted in Draudilon's cases also implies that Brightness Dragonlord could use this attack without any problem if he cared enough to help his great-granddaughter. In other words, Brightness Dragonlord, just like Deep Darkness Dragonlord, or indeed Platinum Dragonlord, could be also capable of killing players, even those with world-class items. And finally we turn to the Elven Kingdom and the Elf King, Dacam Hugin. He is the son of one of the legendary 8 Kings of Everis, and he is extremely powerful, stronger than almost all of the godkins of the Theocracy of Slain, except Zeshi. He saw his kingdom, his entire nation, just as a means to find strong women, to reproduce and sire strong offspring. So this entire nation is basically just a stopgap measure, a way to get more children going and to find strong females by simply just sending them in waves against the enemy. But even though each of his children have his blood, none of them became as powerful as, let's say, a Doomlord. None of them have yet awakened. And this is very interesting, because the Theocracy has preserved the bloodline of the 6 players who founded Slain over 600 years ago, to this very day. And they were also likely occupied by the 8 Great Kings at one point. So the Elf King, despite his father being a player and one of the Great Kings, couldn't awaken one of his likely hundreds, if not thousands of kids, suggest that more than just combat experience is needed to awaken godkins. Something that the Theocracy is well aware of, judging by the fact she has multiple awakened godkins. Nevertheless, as the sole ruler and an absolute sovereign of the Elven Kingdom, Hugin stands unchallenged at the very top of his realm. Even the dangers of his forest, even dragons, and all the other things often deadly for other elves, are mere nuisances to him, like mosquitoes or wasps to humans, rather than tigers or bears to us. He alone, by his own strength, has his kingdom firmly under control, and only lost it when Zeshi crushed him like an insect under her boofs. Still, even the child of one of the 8 Greek kings could control an entire nation by his own strength alone, and had he not been preoccupied with trying to awaken his offspring, he could have expanded his kingdom much further, potentially conquering many human or demi-human nations in the process. Since at this point in the story, he likely is, or rather was, almost 400 to 500 years old, if he was the descendant of one of the kings. So he could have taken a significant amount of territory as well, potentially recreating the kingdom of his father at a smaller scale. And with that said, now it's your turn. What do you think about the video and about all of these powerful creatures and beings I have just discussed? Let me know it down in the comment section. And while you type, I say thank you very much for watching, and special thanks to Arder Daddy Arder, ASK, Bad Guy Ye, Bad Burrito 316, Beezer, Ben C, Brandon D, Chrissy, Crowley 0221, Sia, Crystal Prime, Dead Slime, Death is Mercy, Deathless Dragonlord, Demon Xenomorph 1987, Devin Downen, Ding Dong, Dinpep, Dragonlord Placido Saxophone, Duckwagon, Dunkler Krieger, Dystopia, Dystopia II, Enigmatic Unicorn, Phil Walshivan, Guy with That Head, Hector Marino, Hoss, Huster, Jacob G, Jana B, Jason, J. Morris, Chromius, Kyle R, Lee K. Long, Legendarius, Lelouch Britannia with a Mustache, Lexus Fox, Lord Nishikian Rai, Lord Touch Me, Loverazor, Merovec, Mr. Shoes, Mr. Tweaker, Michael R, Michael Y, Nope, Oh Hell No, Normal Toad, O'Kill, Overlord General Gasper, Paddy Pantum, Personage, Primus 11, Rhinomere, Cunate Caracos P, Shergox's Daddy, Shadow Lightning Wolf, Shrine Keeper, Sir Axolotl, Super Tier Magic Batista Bomb, Supreme Cheese, Staris, Ted, Texas Deer, The Orc Warboss, Rock Ed Smasher, T.E. Wang, Vash Hawkeye, Vegito 27, Venture Fanatic, Wilhelm, Zinukai, and Sonegon. Thanks guys. Anyway, have a nice day, and I hope to see you all again soon under my next video.